Hello, my name is Lance Paulson. I hope you're finding ways to beat the heat out there. Things are definitely heating up, and speaking of, let's talk a little bit about wildfires. I'm creating this video for both our homeowners and real estate investors, those that own buildings, because we're receiving many questions on how the insurance policy interacts with fire and wildfire damage. So, as you already know, there have been a few wildfires thus far. Some homes have actually been burned and others have been threatened. If you're one of those, we hope you and your family is okay and your homes are okay. There is good news, however, when it comes to how insurance policies interact with fires. So let's first talk about what is covered. Obvious, let's say your home suffers fire damage. It's partially to maybe totally burned. In most policies that we are seeing and that we have, that is covered by the standard home insurance, whether you're the homeowner or the real estate investor. Damage due to a fire is covered. Now, something that most homeowners and investors don't think about is, let's say the home is fire never touches the house. So structurally, it's fine. However, there's a lot of smoke damage. At times, that can be it can be more claim payouts due to smoke damage. And those can be sometimes as big depending on the amount of fire damage there was. There can be a lot of smoke damage. So where that comes into play is maybe your neighbor's house or streets away or maybe blocks away, there was a fire. And depending if you're downwind, all of that smoke is going to be blown into your home and is going to be absorbed into the walls, your furniture, cabinets, clothes, other property. And a lot of times that can be covered too by your homeowner's policy or your landlord policy if you're the real estate investor, where that smell, that odor can be removed from those surfaces. Most policies cover that too, so that's something else to look at as you're maybe making changes to your policy or doing an insurance review to ask if those two things are covered to confirm that. So what coverage do you really need? What's included in the policy, so to speak? So let's start with the real estate investor. The key things to look out for is either if there's fire damage or smoke damage, we want to make sure the dwelling, the home itself, is covered. And when there's sufficient coverage, it's insured for at least close to, if not all of its replacement cost. Not what it appraised for, but what it costs to rebuild it. Your insurance agent can calculate that for you, okay? Next, you need detached structures. Not all policies include those naturally. So if there's a detached garage or a workshop or just a sweet, super nice she shed, so to speak, we want to make sure there's coverage for that. Next, also for the real estate investor, is loss of income. So let's say the home, there is damage, either smoke damage, and it's overwhelming, the tenants can't live there, residents can't live there, or there was actual fire damage and they're rebuilding the house. Well, during the reconstruction phase, no one's going to want to live there. So you're not receiving income as a landlord. We want to make up for that lost income, okay? So we want to make sure that's part of the policy. And then finally, as a landlord, it's always good to recommend for your residents to have renter's insurance, because the same thing goes for them. If, heaven forbid, there was just smoke damage or fire damage, they have a loss or have suffered damage to their personal property, their belongings. They may need to go out and buy new things, or they're basically need a place to live. And without renter's insurance, that's all out of pocket. Renter's insurance usually covers all those things, and it's super affordable. So it's a great recommendation for your residents. Final tip I wanted to mention for the landlords is review these things with your insurance agent. Things to look for is if you rent your home, you're a landlord, a lot of times your policy should not read homeowners. You know, there should be something else on there indicating that it's other than a homeowner policy, because none of this, all the coverage may not apply if you have the wrong policy type. Okay, now if you're a homeowner, things to look out for are somewhat similar to start. The home itself, you want to make sure the home itself has adequate coverage up to 100% of the replacement cost. Same thing with detached structures. So if there is a pool, a shed, a garage, a workshop, that those things are adequately covered as well. The new point that's different than a landlord is your personal property. Now, homeowners, you're going to have all of your personal property, and then we want to make sure there's enough coverage for that. Finally, instead of loss of income, homeowners need loss of use. So if you are evacuated, or more so, if there's smoke or fire damage to your house and you can't live there. You file a claim and your insurance is rebuilding parts of all of your house and so forth. You need somewhere else to live, and a lot of times your insurance can pay those expenses for you to live elsewhere while your home is being rebuilt. My tip for a homeowner is create a personal property video. So grab your cell phone just like I did here, walk throughout your house, put it all on a video and really explaining, oh, here's my 60-inch TV, here's my leather couch, here's all my clothes. Be as detailed as you want in that video. Make it as long as you want. Save it in the cloud so it doesn't get destroyed. If your phone is involved in the fire, put it somewhere so it's in the cloud. So when it comes to claim time, knock on wood it does, it's easy to create a list and to prove that you had some of those things. Okay, well that's it. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your summer. We would love to serve you. I'll list all my contact information below. Thanks again.